And we're live.
Hey, and we're live. So I suppose let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome to Know Your Role Raw, where we're going to have all of our combatants come back and duel each other to death. That's what happens in wrestling, right?
Yes, they fight to the death.
All right, let's see it then.
I need to, implement that mod at some point if that's what you want to see. Death sport. This we're gonna need a lot more people on the Discord, and we're gonna need a lot more players in our games.
Yeah, just wrestling is all about picking up a sword and stabbing people, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
now that
The
we've clarified how
Roman
much
Arena
I
mod.
know. Oh gosh, Gladiator Simulator. That would actually be pretty cool. But we got wrestling instead. So let's go ahead and do it.
Yes, all the greatest and best from all of our past streams and all of our past games that are still active today, brought to you in one arena.
Brought to you by
Raw.
Pepsi.
Yes. Do you know a terrorist? Give them a Pepsi. Maybe they won't be.
All right, let's go ahead and hit the video. There we go. Look at all these people who will definitely be there.
Look at all these people who we can't even count on might not even be watching.
Oh, we know John Cena's watching. He's watching everything. He's always watching.
Yeah, you just can't see him.
Oh, look at these fireworks. So, I do believe we have our first match here for today, and if I recall right, this is actually for the #1 GM slot, isn't it?
I don't believe that's the first. I don't believe that's the first match. No. In fact, I think Raph had something to say on the matter of tonight's match.
Well, he's got plenty of time to say it.
It's just to find that microphone.
Every time I hear this music, I just think he's right for a sitcom. Wait. He's speaking to the crowd. He's doing it telekinetically.
No, he couldn't have had a moment to speak tonight without Red having to also have a word to say about tonight's match.
Turns out the microphone isn't actually recording down there anymore, but let's not tell him.
Well, you know how we have a habit of cutting the mic off when somebody else enters. Resident Rabbit. Red. Alliteration.
So, going back to our old joke, I will be the...
No fell forwards in my arena.
I will be the best wrestler among game masters.
Strongest.
Yeah.
GM in the wrestling club.
Oh, here we go.
It's
just back
gonna
and
be hard
forth
to beat.
with these two.
It's going to be hard to beat.
The barbs.
It's yours to lose.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just happy to come this far. It's an honor to be nominated.
Happy on the title card.
Oh, look at them being so respectful.
If whoever wins has to
this
get
is what
that on
wrestling's
their
all about.
title, like on their under their portrait. Current DM champion.
Yeah. There we go. I'll get a ribbon hanging up.
Well, there you have it. That's what they had to say about each other about what's going to happen tonight.
The crowd loves this.
So let's see. What is the first match in the lineup tonight? I believe technically, if you recall, last time we had the giant competition to find out who would be labeled the giant of Know Your Raw.
And the winner of that one was Robert, I think, wasn't it?
Nope. Why would Robert be a giant? He's not that tall.
Well, he sits so huge in my mind, you see.
Fairly certain it was Gary that won the giant, even though he's not actually as tall as the two other giants.
Right, the short stack giant.
But you know, you gotta fight for the title to give it. No, tonight's first match is the Battle of the Heavyweights. Who gets to be determined to be the true heavyweight of our arena.
There we go. Going straight back to the first Know Your Role Raw. It's definitely going to involve Robert and Lessons here facing off once again for that kind of title.
Well, I'm glad to know you at least remember the stats of at least two of the characters.
If I just pull up my spreadsheet over here. This is, So we're gonna have our tallest champion and our heaviest champion here.
Yes. That's the way we're spreading these titles out. Not belts, but titles. Hurry back.
Now, you know what I'm thinking is, how much overlap is there between those two groups, and what point is someone gonna hold both of them?
It's entirely a possibility.
Well, we got our police escort here for the man and the machine. Lessons.
Yes, like I said, some said it was uncouth to make a machine to wrestle.
Well,
all I have to say is...
And his opponent, first, from Santo Domingo de la República Dominicana, weighing in at 640 pounds, the WWE Universal Champion, The Machine.
They recently having won the Universal Championship last week in an on-air show.
And now he's going to go ahead and get another title to his name. And here they were telling me I couldn't get a Samsung fridge in my garage to wrestle. I showed them right.
Yes, good.
It's still there. We recreate a cyborg instead.
Out of all the used parts backstage. Well, we never rounded that corner. It's our secret lab. Once again, the audience, despite declaring him their hero, tends to boo Lessons on entry. Still don't know why. Seven claims it's a setting that the crowd has. I say no. He's had a two and a half years of actual wrestling championships, which he's turned the crowd against him for some reason.
Well, I guess after a certain point, everyone must be considering, wait a second, don't these enhancements give him an edge over other competitors? Isn't this empirically unfair to put a robot in the ring?
And no one claimed that against our genetic mutant, that was Robert, who held championship belts for a long time before getting upset.
Well, hey, look, at this point, we all know genetic modification, it's perfectly fine. There's absolutely no difference between that and normal wrestling.
Yeah,
but
all
robotics?
Meat, right?
But robotics? No, that's cheating. That's what the crowd's
Well,
thinking.
to be fair, Lessons is only half meat.
And of course, Zojin here is all meat.
Weighing in at 290 pounds.
Don't know where to go with that one, Griff. Yeah.
Well, look at him. He's a slab of muscle.
And if
And
you might
still
recall,
only 200?
well, yes, but, muscle weighs more than fat. I don't know where to go with that either, Griff. I was going to say, as you might recall, Zojin here also was a competitor for the Giants title. To be fair, he is also the tallest member of the entire arena.
Soon one day he'll have both titles at the same time.
Given that he is both the tallest and the heaviest non-heavyweight, figured he'd give him a shot to this championship, given his losses. By the way, this entry, not the best thing during a pandemic.
That's alright. The crowd's already gotten a splash of COVID on their way in.
And 3 boosters on the way out.
That's right, crowd. If you go down to our concessions right now, you too can get one of your free COVID cups. Brought to you by Pepsi.
That's why the front row seats are the cheapest seats in the house, actually.
Well, I mean, on one hand, you catch the infectious diseases. On the other hand, you're front row to all the blood. So really, it evens out in the end.
Right. It really feels like part 2 has a lot to do with part 1.
Are you sure? I thought it was just the miasma that spread it.
To be fair, this is the arena full of sweaty people for long periods of time.
Let's see, what were the 4 humors again? Phlegmatic, sanguine, and then 2 others, I don't know.
Fire and Heart.
Sure. There we go, our 3 competitors now all in and ready. Zojin and Rob going straight forward, and Leslie's just happy to watch.
Well, you see, the thing is, it's only a one-pin match. So there's no real reason to get yourself involved until somebody else goes down. Oh, Lessons no-selling the armbar.
Lessons fully booted up today.
It seems like they're booing Zojin as well. It's an odd mix, right? They boo Lessons when Lessons attacks somebody, but they boo Zojin when they attacks Lessons. The audience doesn't really know what they want.
Well, what it really comes down to is Rob is the true American hero right here in this ring.
I think you're getting your statistics mixed up. Lightfoot, as we all know, is the true American hero in this arena.
That might be so, but he's the only one wearing a leotard with that much confidence here.
You specifically asked for it, Griff. I have no further comments. And Zojin takes one hit and decides to roll out of the ring.
Well, when you got a loaded metal arm going straight to your face like that, sometimes you just gotta tap out and take a break.
To be fair, it does have a lot of mass behind it. Goes in and gets a one pin.
Yeah, one pin. Fight already called short between Lessons and Rob. Mortal enemies. Rob thrown straight out of the ring.
Barely missing the metal stairs, but Zojin takes a unwarranted moment to try and brag to the audience.
But of course, though he's punished for his hubris, he's ready to go ahead and just go straight back to the fight. He's showing Lessons that he too can throw himself to the ground like that. Oh dear.
This is truly a John Henry story, man versus machine.
Man versus machine versus man. The tale is told as time.
Well, really, if you look at it, Zojin is the only normal human being, despite being a anomaly himself. Robert bioengineered, Lessons built from half a man.
You're right. We do have an interesting little setup there. Robots versus genetics versus just plain old human.
I guess environment? It's hard to argue environment, though, when the man is 6'9", 200 plus pounds.
He drank a lot of milk as a kid. He's gonna need it because those bones are breaking against the ring there.
And yet the glasses are not.
Well, you see, the glasses are actually reinforced. His skull isn't.
One might argue that Zojin, the only man in the entire arena who can throw either of these opponents around. Again,
and Lessons tagging in just to show Rob a lesson.
Now we're just going to leave Lessons here for a moment.
She's
allow
taking
Rob
a
to
break.
get thrown around. Like I said, you only have to focus on the opponent that remains standing.
Well, I think Lessons is actually in the middle of updating mid-match. He did not tell his computer to go ahead and wait to do that afterwards.
Oh, but we're gone from the blue screen.
He's back, he's full of energy. And he's thrown straight back to the corner.
You get armbarred once again by Zojin and his incredible height.
I gotta say, for just an ordinary human, Zojin is owning the ring right now. Even if he's gone down at least once here, every time he gets someone to a corner, he just wails on them.
We have to imagine the amount of pressure being put on either of these competitors by a 650-pound metal fist coming down in your face.
And the fact that he can take it really just makes him superhuman. But now, Rob, spoiled for choices, both of his opponents down on the ground.
Doing a
Go
little
for a pin
shimmy.
at any time. But waits for Lessons to get back up before going for the chokehold.
You know, Griff, I can't remember the last time anybody in this
Whoa.
arena. That was Matrix defying. I do not know what happened there. It appears as though he had jumped into the air, rebounded off of the ropes, and right into Zaros's head.
Gotta say, sometimes the ring has a mind of its own.
It's those quantum ropes that we employ.
Sort of
Literally
all their
anything
energy.
could happen. What I was going to say is I can't remember the last time anybody in this arena has ever tapped out from submission.
Rob taking a well-deserved moment to go ahead and just soak it all in as both of his opponents were out and resting.
really feels like every time somebody gets put into a corner, they get interrupted by the man standing behind them, which 9 times out of 10 appears to be Robert.
Robert, once again, in a position of power here, able to pick his targets. Lessons in the middle of a reboot after that hit, but Zojin manages to get himself back up, while Lessons continues with 3 out of 5 more updates.
It appears to be a real flaw that we've built into him. Perhaps so he doesn't kill us all.
Honestly, maybe we shouldn't have updated him to Windows 11.
Well, that's the truth, Griffin. Really got to get these new operating systems, a couple of months at least, for people to test.
Oh, but he's showing us what the newest operating system can do with a full 360 on Rob, straight into the win.
Which apparently is enough to take them out, so Jin never got back up again.
Here we see Leslie just going to town there on Rob. First pin of the night.
Making Lessons our heavyweight of the arena.
Just dragging down that machine. An old lawnmower.
Who knows
Continually
how
getting
much
pin after
time
pin.
Rob wasted dragging people around the arena. When as it was shown already, Lessons pinned somebody right there at the ropes and won.
Of course, we have the demonstration of how Rob isn't just better than other machines, he's better than other men. The genetic mutant has in fact come out on top today.
No, actually, he lost. Good to know you were watching, Griff.
Wait, did I? Oh my gosh, I read that completely in reverse.
Yes, Rob may have proved himself better than
Here is
some
your
men,
winner,
but Lessons proved himself to be better than every man.
There we go.
To the boos of the crowd. It appears Lessons is not a fan of that.
Crowd still thinks this is cheating, but you know what? It's entertaining.
To be fair, it does appear that he's also wearing a full set of armor, if you think about it.
Here we go, second match of the night.
Today's second match, tag team championship title match.
Here we go. We haven't seen this duo tagging in for a while.
No, it's been a while since we've done a tag team. That's why I felt it was good for the lineup. Also gets our championship holders out there.
The cult is, of course, going wild here for the animal that we have, the Arcloid. But of course, this does mean we get to skip his intro, too.
Yes. Unfortunately, we have to skip the 4-hour intro.
Of course, these two are awesome. That's
So,
the lesson to learn here today.
I want to apologize ahead of time for anybody watching that our announcer had a stroke during this this opening, and well, you'll find out in a moment. It seems like she really forgot where she was. But here comes the title holders.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Absolute fan favorite pandering. Just swinging into the ring here.
Undeniable. Tanner gets the most requests of any wrestler here at every event.
Just coming in with double belts on.
Yeah, that's what a tag team belt is, Griff. Didn't know if you were aware.
Oh, I didn't realize that there was a separate belt for that.
Well, there's actually 2 belts for that. Yes, each person in the tag team gets to wear one of the belts.
No. Say it isn't so.
That's also why they're identical. If you didn't notice that part either.
Well, now that you mention it. But this match, as opposed to the previous one where we had basically, we were spoiled for heels, I think just about everyone here is a fan favorite.
I don't know, you might be hearing a mixed reaction to this. I believe a lot of people, for some reason, do not like Oni Rule, but they love pandering, so it's a very mixed reaction you get from the crowd.
Either way, these two both have a lot of style and a lot of ego here. And I think at least the crowd's eating that up at least a little bit.
And as I've increasingly begun to notice, a cup with nothing in it.
Well, you know, you gotta pour yourself some water mid-match, you know? Gotta stay hydrated, everybody. That's why I drink 8 gallons of water a day.
Wild Thing Griffin on the way to the ring.
Yeah!
At a combined weight of 300.
You can do it, duplicate.
The Animal and Wild Thing Griffin, the superstar.
Like I said, she had a bit of a stroke. She's
The
getting better.
Animal, Wild Thing Griffin, and their opponents.
She's getting better.
It's alright, we still love her.
We're not going to let her go.
The Raw Tag Team Champions, the Brain Wolf and Showbo, dudes with attitude.
Honestly, that's about accurate. Dudes with attitude.
Says it all on the shirt.
Handing over those belts for safekeeping. The match is ready to go down.
One wonders why somebody just doesn't attack the ref right now. Take the belts and go. You know the least likely person to resist you during a wrestling match? The ref.
Clearly, we just got to put the ref on the roster at this point. Going straight into a headlock there on Arkloyd.
It's a real number of counters going on.
Back and forth grappling here. Breaking it and squaring down one more time, putting him straight back into the lock. Arkloyd knowing exactly how to take down his opponents. Quick
Again,
and efficient.
Counter after counter. It's real wrestling professionals.
I gotta say, I haven't seen a matchup like this before. Have we had Arkloyd and Oni fight each other before like this?
I cannot recall the last televised match that these two were in the ring together that was not a Royal Rumble.
Can't help but think that these two might actually have a very similar style. And it's nice to see this mirror match pairing go off. And Oni going straight to the ground after getting bounced off.
Oh, and a reach, and he touches Hendrick's hand.
I've never seen a man hop off from the ground on his chest like that before.
That was a very poorly aimed torpedo from Pandering. And Pandering so loved. The crowd is booing the fact he's getting beaten up.
There we go. Crowd cheering now for Pandering as he finally gets his momentum.
Double feet to the face as Oni finally gets back up off the ground.
Arkloyd go ahead and slapping that arm away and saying, no, I ain't taking this anymore. Taking him straight to the corner for a beatdown. And a flying drop kick to the face.
Animals are known for some of their high-flying aerial antics, despite only one of them being a bird.
And of course, there's nothing better than just watching Arkloyd go to town here. Until he takes it straight to the ground.
And once again,
Pitching him for the optimal move.
oh, dragging him back to the other side of the court.
Tagging in so Oni can give it a shot. Ready to serve back some vengeance for earlier.
Oh, going for a real arm breaker there.
Arkloyd just refusing to give up, full of energy and still willing to go even after all of this.
The real
Taking two people on at a time.
real finickiness of the crowd. It seems like their distaste for Oni rivals their distaste for Arkloyd there, as they boo anybody getting hit now.
It's villain versus villain matchup right here.
Oh, Arkloyd crawling for safety.
And doing the fanciest twist I've ever seen, going straight into a 360 roundhouse punch.
The audience just not seem to care for him. Oh, knocking
And
out
taking
the
out
ref.
the referee in the process.
Tagging in Griff. Oh, with the referee down, they're going for a team maneuver.
There you go, the moment we've all been waiting for right there. The referee, of course, still nursing that concussion. Lets it slide for now.
Griff just concentrating on those arms.
Well, if they can't use their arms, they can't swing a punch. And they can't do a hold either.
Double
Interesting
kicking.
fact, if you crush someone's ribs into their heart, that'll also stop them too. Oh, there we go, swinging around on the ropes. New tricks all the time out here.
Looked for a second like Pandaren was thinking of interfering with the match. Thought better of it, of course, as he leaned back out of the ropes.
There we go. Crowd going wild now as my replicant goes ahead and gives Oni a talking to.
And don't you forget it, was apparently the message we're getting here at the ringside. As he goes
I'm
for the
not sure
ankle
he
or
can.
something. I guess Oni's backing back in fear. Gets
I
smacked
do
in the
tend to
back by
moonwalk in
Pandaren.
fear. Oh, Oni doing a reversal as Duplicant comes in. And I'm taken out of the ring. Look at that. But that's not going to stop Oni. He's taking the fight with him.
Typically the best way to get somebody out of the ring is to flip them to the other side and knock them so hard they got nowhere else to go.
There we go. Freedom elbow.
Standing sidekick. Once again, you can be disqualified.
And gently placing him back into the ring against the spine.
Which is apparently enough to restart the count. It's good to know that even touching the side of the ring is enough to be considered in the ring.
How long do they have out here? There we go.
A 10
And the
count.
fight's back on.
It would have been a 10 count, which technically we would have been on 9. And here you go. Again, those high-flying antics from the animals.
There we go. The Natasha Romanov right there just twisted someone straight up by the legs.
I mean, knocking him in the head so hard that he has to get up to grab his head, which is an opening for you to kick him in the back.
There we go. One more flip over the shoulder. I'm seeing the blood right there on Oni. Things aren't looking good for him. It's all to the crowd's favor, but Pandaren still has 2 more people he has to take care of here if Oni goes down.
As apparently you go ahead and flex on Pandaren. Yeah, Oni has been in there a considerable amount of time. Once again, Pandaren apparently willing to interfere with the match as you do the worst white man dance I've ever seen.
That sounds about appropriate for me, honestly.
Pandaren
Pandaren
attacks
coming
the
in
ref.
and slam the ref and me at the same time.
No, apparently you got out. Again, I don't know what the hand gesture you just made was, but apparently you got out of that untouched. Only the ref unable to make the count.
Arcloyd just full of energy here, constantly fidgeting around the ring, waiting to get a chance to get back in. Oni taking a breather once he finally turns the table.
Don't know
Injured,
if he fully
exhausted,
understands.
and bleeding.
Don't know if he fully understands where he is right now.
There we go, but the hero of this match stands back up.
What do you mean, Oni? Is Oni the hero of this match? Is that what you're declaring? And now Oni gives you back what you gave to him on his arms.
Just how much more can this duplicant take?
And the yeast that I got cannot be all that great.
There we go. Where before, Arcloyd was able to take on both Pandaren and Oni. It seems we have just about an even match here.
Well, we haven't seen Arcloyd in the ring in a while now.
Honestly, with his performance earlier, he can take as much of a break as he wants.
I guess he went to straighten Oni's tie. I don't know what that was going on there. Once again, another tag team maneuver from the, wow, that was awkward, animals.
There we go. A force of nature for sure. Finally tagging back in, ready to finish the fight. Straight to taking him out of the ring. Just leave him on the floor.
In exactly the same manner that you yourself got knocked out of the ring. I believe by
Oh.
Oni himself.
He's not done with Oni yet.
Oh, Pandering goes for interference again, but misses. Despite standing
Turns out the little
right
slap
next to him.
isn't quite enough. Has him in the corner right where he wants him, but Oni finally saying, no, I'm back again.
You gotta remember, Arcoid is a very lightweight fighter. Whereas Oni, the years haven't been kind. I don't know what to say on that match.
Oni's just been turning on the victory music in his head, and he probably broke Arcoid's back right there with that one.
Well, again,
He's still
Arcoid is a
moving,
fighter.
but he's not getting up.
Anybody who can get through 4 minutes of intro music has got to be able to handle themselves in the ring.
It requires a certain amount of endurance to do a dance that long. And here we go.
Yep, Andrew and Oni playing it up to us over here on ringside. As we all know, Andrew's thoughts of his opponents are written on his shirt.
He just does not care about anything except getting this win. There we go, another corner play. It just flies right into him.
One might say faster than he's able to move normally.
You see, it's all the adrenaline of the ring. Really, really pumps you up.
Just like Arcoid was showboating there. Pandering showed a moment of regret, in which case Arcoid took full advantage.
I think he's got more than a moment to regret this now. He's going for the arm and flips him over again.
It's a rolling body flip. I say there is something I like to the simplicity of just straight up punching your opponent in the face.
It's quick and it's effective. There we go. Arcoid showing you can't corner an animal like him.
Once
But he
again,
can
the
take you
animals
there.
showing teamwork unlike any other tag team in the arena. Unseen to the camera there, Arcoid just walked over to Oni to ensure that he did not interrupt, knocking him to the ground.
And here we go. Teamwork makes the dream work as the animals sink this win. Pando and Oni definitely have a bit of a rapport here. But I get the feeling Pando might just be using Oni given all this. The crowd doesn't like him, and he barely tried to come in to help.
Well, again, we did see him there at the very end. Unfortunately, Arcoid ran over to him, knocked him to the ground before he was able to interfere with the match.
Here we go.
We give our
Coon and Bird.
ref a bit of a break after having knocked down twice now in 2 matches.
And of course, a rare appearance and win out of me. Gotta say, surprised at that.
I don't know if it's a rare appearance, but it is a rare win.
Here we go, and on to our third match of the night.
Your cameraman fell asleep there for a second.
There we go, the audio booth is live and working.
Up next is a Royal Rumble match, a Money in the Bank competition to see who has the next shot at the Universal title. Once again, current holder is our now titled heavyweight champion, Lessons.
Making his way to the ring.
But here we have you for the money match. You know, you always seem to be in all the money matches. Is this just how you distribute bonuses to everyone?
Well, tends to be that I don't know where to place myself. So if there's a big old match happening, I like to be in the midst of it.
You know what? That's fair enough. Everything's better with more friends, more people, and more wrestlers.
I gotta say, I do love my theme music. Motorhead.
And the
Motorhead's
And the crowd
game.
loves it too.
Well, I'm a fan favorite. I say.
And
I'm
can
also-
you blame him?
I'm also the wrestler that looks least like himself.
We can get you a big white wig if you want.
Although I guess to be fair, you also don't look exactly like yourself either. Neither does our.
Well, you see, that's exactly what a superhero costume is for, though. Here we go. With our first one in, who is up next?
I advise everyone to cover their eyes, unless they are, if they're photosensitive.
Cover them unless they're photosensitive.
No, if they
Oh,
are
we-
photosensitive.
We got Dr. Manhattan back. It's Dan.
Ah, the joke you made last month.
Look, I gotta say, I love the joke. I mean, come on. If Dr. Manhattan showed up for a wrestling match, I think the entire planet would be pretty excited. That said, I don't believe Dan actually has any radioactive powers, any quantum ability around time and space. He can't demolish a tank, nor does he cause cancer in others. But
You know-
he does light up the room.
What he does have is a inerring ability to place his camera in front of a window. Which has a blinding effect on anybody trying to see him. I have to say I would put Dan in the category of people who look little like their real life selves as well. Dan, not bald at all or green.
But you know what? That's just fine. We need a bit of a shiny light here anyway. You know what? In honor of Dan, I'm gonna open my windows here. Enjoy the oversaturation. There you go. Isn't that better? In fact, it might be empirically worse.
Yes.
And from Paris, France, weighing in at 220 pounds, the WWE
Here we have Emmerich.
Francis Gorgeous.
Definitely here with moves to compare Dan with.
Well,
While
as you
he's
might
not a
recall,
light bulb.
our last 2 months, he has had a on and off rivalry with Robert, where he solved it last month, where he took the WWE title in a fight he wasn't even scheduled to be in.
Well, you know, you show up for the matches that you want to be a part of. Our scheduling department is a little bit of a mess anyway. Can you blame them?
That has to be why the majority of Emmerich's matches so far have actually not been matches, but backstage brawls that he's the cause of.
Actually, if I were to like check the list here, is he actually even really on the roster? Did he just break in one day and start a fight?
I mean, he does have the look of somebody who just raided the wardrobe department.
Slammed into the side of the wardrobe and just stumbled out one day. And you know what? He's got the job.
This is a happening, said the audience.
Gotta say, the audience is just full of gems here. Speaking of gems, look who we got here.
From Tulsa,
It's Justin.
Oklahoma,
United States
weighing
champion.
in at 200 pounds,
Rocking
the
that
United
beard.
States champion, the total package, Justin.
The total package.
It's very much a Royal Rumble full of belt holders looking to get one more belt. Who really
A
knows
belt?
what happens if you have 2 belts? What do you walk to the ring with? A belt on and a belt over your shoulder? Impossible.
Maybe you put one on your head like one of those ninja headbands.
No way. Cowboy hat never comes off, I've heard.
That's fair. Justin gets it. He might be in a bit of trouble for how to stack those. Though I guess it could go on top of the hat.
Well, Pilgrim?
Yeah, exactly. Totally fashionable today.
I think you have to increase the size of the top of the head, in which case it would look like a 10-gallon hat. Here's the person you forgot about earlier,
Here we go.
the real American hero of our arena.
The one man who comes armed and ready for these fights. Lightfoot.
I think you'll find that that holster is, in fact, empty.
And from New York.
Well, you know,
weighing in at
even we have to go ahead and put the bar somewhere. If you have a man-machine interface with a literal fridge that gives you superpowers, that's fine. But a gun? Nah, that would just be unfair.
I don't know, that'd be a hell of a match. Lightfoot with gun versus Lessons Learned, the human machine.
He's bulletproof, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
Well, he's bulletproof all except for, here and here. So,
So, given this is a 360 scenario here, any misfire is going straight into the crowd. But that's what the tickets are for.
That's why the front rows are the cheapest.
Be ready to catch the blood, shrapnel, and COVID. All at the same time.
And stray bullet.
And they just keep coming. You've packed this ring full today.
Well, this is our lead-up match to the big GM Championship, so...
And from Yonkers, New York, weighing in
Forget that.
at
That's, again,
280
our announcer has the wrong script.
Intercontinental
Clearly...
Champion, the real deal, Gary.
Hailing from Babylon 5 Station, as we all know. Really gotta get that announcer the updated scripts. Not New Yonkers, New York. I don't even know where that is. I do know where that is. It's...
Yep. Our one and only champion from space right here.
Well, yes, he's also our one and only competitor from space. The two just happen to overlap. Also, I believe our official giant of the competition, having defeated
that's
all
right.
other giants. That's how you win the giant title, right? If I understand it, David is the only giant in the Bible.
He's a giant, he's an alien, and he's a winner. He's got it all. As some might say, he's the complete package, and somewhere in the back there can't see.
Quick correction, he's not an alien, he's just a human from space.
Yeah, I'm sure space does something to you.
I am appalled at the fact that you think that we here in Know Your Old Raw could not come up with a better looking alien other than a human being that claims to be an alien.
We're just gonna have Doomsday walk in on this someday. It would just be like, how'd he get in here? It's like, well, you wanted the alien quota.
I could have at least colored him green. Green paint if you thought I would just make him an alien, Griff.
And from Charleston, South Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Dan Demon.
Death Demon indeed. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, he's actually gone ahead and killed Pandaren once before.
Oh God, who did
Am I
he
remembering
kill?
that right?
Who did he allegedly almost kill? I mean, he has gotten in many fights where he has sent Pandaren to the hospital. He sent a number of people to the hospital, although he himself has also been sent to the hospital a number of times. There was that one tag team match where he busted someone's head over the metal stairs, and they did not move, even during the wrap-up credits.
I do think that was Pandaren there. I think we had to break out the gold sarcophagus for that one. That one's on the fritz today, so if he gets a kill, that might be it. And of course, classy as always, Dennis.
From New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Surgeon, Dennis.
Here we go. The one true professional here in this match.
Well, the only one with a professional career, that is.
And of course, on his off day in between his actual job in his hoodie.
Well, you don't want to bring the good clothes to the place that's literally known for smacking you with blood and sweat.
That's true. He's not here for the money after all. He's just here for fun.
Yeah, it's a wrestler for fun.
But what else do you call this? Because it looks to me like he's having a time.
Sorry, it's real hard to look when you see the radioactive figure of a man glowing bright as the sun behind him.
Just a reminder to all our crowd, you did sign the waiver.
That's why a lot of those signs say I can't see. It's a direct result of watching too many matches with Dan. And
Oh my gosh, it's a madhouse.
as a reminder, these are Royal Rumble rules. rules, which means anyone going over the top rope is eliminated from the competition.
There's barely any space. This cup is about to pour over. There's going to be people out of the ring in moments here. Life looking to be the first.
In fairness, I've never seen anybody successfully throw somebody out of the ring using the maneuvers we see in front of us both against Emmerich and Alizish.
Though I guess if there was anyone who could throw someone straight out of the ring tonight, it will be Gary.
Yes, again, our giant title holder.
There we go. It's just a beat down on all fronts. Non-stop action, and Lightfoot is out.
Now we're down
Now
to
with
7 competitors.
With Gary freed up, you gotta ask, who's he gonna try to interfere with? He's found no purchase so far until he gets Emmerich in the back of the helmet.
Yes, knocks Emmerich right into Dan. But Dan, unfortunately, unable to take Gary. That is the most unfortunate place to be in a Royal Rumble. Especially as
but he doesn't
Giants.
care. He just comes right back down and slaps you across the face.
Well, nobody takes advantage of it. Literally a giant standing above the top rope to his ankles. Okay.
With Justin just there right beneath the ropes, it's surprising no one has time for him either.
Dennis, that was not the time for it, and slap in the face kind of proved that.
Emmerich just having none of it today.
So again, I've never seen anybody thrown out the ring that way. Though everybody tries it.
There we go. 3 ring outs all happening at the same time right now.
Apparently everyone took a moment to watch.
Dan getting his break, coming back in and saying, "Nah, I'm your opponent. Forget that." Oh dear, what have we got here? Everyone in the same spot, in the same fight. Just picking on Justin.
Yeah, Emmerich just taking a moment on the side of the ring to take a rest. No real effect there, though.
I love how even your recovery manages to dodge a punch.
And Dennis gets thrown out of the ring.
He came here to have fun, and I sure hope that whole minute in the ring was enough.
Well, it's hard to compete with 7 different people at once. And to
Well,
be
we are
fair, this
back-
is only his 2nd match officially, I believe.
Well, we are back down to an even number of people. We should be seeing 3 different duels happening here, but instead we're down to 2, as both you and Dan, I believe, are on the ground.
And Ale, all in the same corner. And there goes Gary.
What a flip right there. I've never seen that
It's
before.
hard to underestimate Emmerich. He did fight his way into a championship title. Now fighting his way into another one.
His ambition is limitless, and so are his kickflips.
I mean, technically, he is also another member of the arena that wears armor.
Justin thinking twice about going from the ropes, decides interference is the way to go.
I can't help but notice that my doppel over there is just repeatedly getting punched from all sides. No respite.
They all know their bonus is on the line here. If they don't get you out, you're going to take it from them.
Once again, Ale, horrible position to be in, standing on top of the ropes.
Emmerich taking a moment to gloat there, and honestly, he deserved it, but Justin's not having it today. Here we go, a familiar scene, you and Dan both on the ground. Ayla's just kind of looking over, figuring out who his victim's going to be, and it's Dan.
Look, I'm just happy that people are ignoring me for just a moment. I have been getting repeatedly punched all day.
Here we go, Emmerich ready to take someone else out. And a duo maneuver just to get Dan out so we can
And it
reduce the
works.
gamma radiation
Dan
in the
is
field.
now out.
There we go. All the Geiger counters have stopped clicking, and Ayla's just slips.
Oh, I believe you find that I threw Ailish over the top and then shoulder barred him off the edge.
The one time I've seen someone actually take the halfway point and actually finish it.
And Justin is out. Thrown
And
over
here
the top.
we go. Classic match here between Emmerich and Theta.
Classic, I don't know how, but sure.
If I just throw out random adjectives, at least one of them's gonna stick.
Yep. Broke
And
clock
you're
is right
already on
twice.
the ropes.
To be fair, I've been on the ropes the whole competition.
And Emmerich just keeping his momentum throughout all of this. I don't think I ever even saw him stop once.
Look, as you said, I constantly put myself into these 8-man, 10-man, 15-man matches. Well, that's because I never win them. Griff, that's the easiest way to say that.
And here we go. The man with all the ambition.
So Emmerich, our current WWE champion, now has a shot at the Universal
Here is your
Belt.
winner, Francis Gorgeous Daddy.
Oh, I still love that. Oh, our dear announcer. But here we have Emmerich.
Well, unfortunately, that wasn't an announcer's problem. That was his actual ring name. Francis Gorgeous Daddy. There we go. We'll soon find out what happens when one person owns 2 belts.
And here we go. I think this is our big match for the night, isn't it?
Big match of the night. Our
Here we
GM
go.
Championship belt match.
And we got Rafferty coming back in,
Making his
ready
way
and
to
full
the
of energy
ring
after that huge
from
debate at the
Cincinnati,
beginning.
Ohio, weighing in at
Representing the best of all
220
previous GMs.
Mr. Perfect.
Now, like he said earlier, there's going to be no fail forward in this ring tonight. If Fred loses, he's out of here.
Well, I don't think that was agreed upon. That's merely that he would not hold the belt. And that somebody, I guess, would be getting a ribbon or some sort of title thing. I think that's something they both actually agree upon.
Oh, now the Dan's out. Let me go ahead and let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now that Rafferty's all warmed up, here comes his opposition for tonight, Red.
And his opponent,
Our third member of the arena.
Pennsylvania, weighing in at 165 pounds. Showtime.
There we go, bouncing
Wear
straight in.
an animal costume, but not really.
We gotta get more of him in there. Still hard to say who the crowd loves more.
It's a rich history.
Both of these two, well liked by everyone. But there can be only one tonight. With our custom title belt.
Still working on it.
Game over. Oh, I love it. I want one of those now.
In the shops. Hit up the merch store.
Rafferty going for an unorthodox move, leaving the ring and going up to the corner.
But you gotta
Just at the
expect
get-go.
Red, as a rabbit, would have the hops to jump up there and nail him right in the face with the knee.
There we go. Giving Red high advantage was maybe not the way to go here.
It actually seems like Red may have hurt himself a little bit with that maneuver.
Well, now without any high ground, Red's making some good points over here.
Again, gotta love it when people just start punching their opponents in the face. No fancy maneuvers, no things I gotta remember the names for. Just straight up punch to the face.
Oh yeah, every match here tonight has been full of energy, fast pace, and just constant action. And here we got a few moments to really soak it all in.
Yeah, Raph working on Red's neck. Apparently must be the weak point.
I think you find the neck is the weak point of quite a lot of human beings.
Sure, but not typically where one goes first. Red trips up Raph and goes for the back. Tend to find where a lot of older men might feel their weak point is.
Here we go. Rafferty started off with the theoretical knowledge of human weak points, but Red is showing that practical exercise is what's needed here.
Well, it really feels like Red is using Raph's height advantage against him by lifting up the high places and dropping him and letting gravity take the fall, as it were.
There we go. Corner doing some work again.
Yeah, once again, Red jumping up, letting both momentum and gravity do the work for him.
He's on a roll, honestly. And what an unorthodox pin right there. Who could ever have seen that coming?
Oh, right in the neck.
Here we go, right back where we started.
Oh, it looks like they both took the hit for that fall.
I believe I saw that slip at the last moment. Neither of these two are enjoying this decision at all. I wonder if they're going to learn their lesson.
Certainly a hard-fought fight.
There we go. Always the fancy maneuvers out of Red.
Yeah, you can't underestimate the leg strength of a rabbit.
But he's back up. There we go. Fraction him at the base of the spine there.
The ring is certainly shaking tonight.
There we go. Nobody's learning their lesson here with this corner. They're just ready to use it as much as humanly possible.
That one specific corner, mind you. Both Red and Raph's favorites.
Well, it definitely gives us the best view of this action. There we go. Taking that jump and putting all of his momentum into a strike on his way down.
Raph is banking everything on the aerial maneuvers, which seems to have been folly for him twice now.
I suppose once you do enough repetition, Red's going to notice the pattern. Now it's his turn to see what he can do with the corner.
To simply walk over to it.
Once again, putting Rafferty up on the corner where he wants to be right now, up on his high ground.
And attacking that lower back. Once again, weak point to many men. Hitting that age.
Honestly, this is probably the meanest match I've seen tonight. Everyone constantly going for the spine.
Well, we've had 2 counts on both sides of the fence now.
There we go. Red's momentum working against him here. Rafferty, once again,
Not
more
learning
excited
a
than
lesson.
I am to go for aerials.
It really feels like it's hurting him as much as it might be hurting Red.
But he doesn't care at all.
You gotta love the
Rafferty
pure
just-
effectiveness of just throwing punches at your opponent's face.
Just giving up on all pretense and just going for the beatdown.
Gotta wonder how much time the ref wasted by rolling around before actually throwing down the hand.
Sometimes they gotta do a couple bit of acrobatics too.
It's a real change-up. Raph is now taking complete control of the ring.
And goes straight again for the beatdown.
Fists and feet.
It's definitely been back and forth. It's hard to say who's winning. Rafferty's been
You gotta remember,
slowly-
both of these competitors fought their way through a number of people to get where they are today.
That's right. These are already top champions here. So it's going to take a lot to take either of these two down. And coming in with the flying twist.
And remember, Rafferty, I believe, beat, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 other competitors to earn his spot in this match.
That's right.
Red only had to defeat about 4 other people.
No less of an accomplishment, but neither of these two are willing to stay down even for a moment. There we go.
Second time that maneuver.
And it's back to our favorite corner again. Let's see what Red's got for us this time.
Oh, as
Rafferty,
he beckons for him to stand up.
just so we can take him back down.
Oh, flying
the
DDT.
humility. And he comes out with the win right there.
Our
On
new
the-
GM champion, Red Rabbit. We'll have to find more ribbon somewhere.
Now, I can only imagine how many aerials the next GM championship is going to have.
Who knows? Maybe we'll have to make a ladder match or something.
Aerial maneuvers only. Battleground, no items.
Oh, that bad aerial miss. I think the failure
whiff of the
tonight
night.
for Raph has to entirely depend on his entire reliance on aerial maneuvers. Once again, that flying DDT. Well, some might say out of nowhere.
And here we have it.
Is your winner,
The greatest, strongest GM on the server.
Strongest GM in the arena.
Truly deserving of this title. Fighting through 5 different opponents, several different matches, and finally taking the win. Because that's what Know Your Role Raw is all about.
Yes, our strict adherence to the rules.
Our strict adherence to the rules.
And
As all right. And that's going to be it for tonight's Know Your Role Raw. You got any closing statements here, Theta?
buy our merch.
Buy our merch. There we go. And be sure to sign your second waiver on your way out if you want another piece of merch on your way. And we'll go ahead and see you next time. This has been Know Your Role Raw, and that's it for today.